Welcome to Edible Landscapes in April 2020. I'm going to show you some of the 200 or so edible plants we've got on site. You're going to see flowers that are turning into fruits, nuts and seeds. There's also a ton of edible leaves, and there's also some beds that specialize in dye plants and medicinal plants to show you. So I really hope you enjoy looking around the site.
See these chokeberries literally about to burst bud. Look at that bladding up with the old fuchsias in the background there. Looks beautiful. Loads and loads of clusters of white flowers in next to the fuchsias. Flowers on the Elaeagnus umbellata opening. Japanese wineberry just coming into flower. Beautiful. Just berry flowers. And if we want any fruit this year, we're definitely going to need to net this. Judas tree blossom and leaves. Extremely enthusiastic raspberry suckers coming up. I think we might have to let this raspberry escape because it's probably quite depleted in its current patch. It's been here for a few years. We're just going to have to let it go. Well, there's plenty of raspberry blossoms forming there. We're going to have plenty of fruit on it this year, but you can't push our luck too much. Just masses of flowers on the climbing Szechuan pepper. And that is climbing all the way along this fence and joining up into the hops and the vines and the kiwis that are along this side of the garden. Siberian pea tree blossoms, plenty of them. This is the medlar. It's absolutely covered in buds, so those will be opening soon. It's covered in white blossom, and it's dealing quite well with its regime. I've got quite a few ties on it to try and widen the angle of the branches because it was just going for it vertically. So we're trying to make it into more of a traditional tree shape so that we can reach the fruit and that it will have more fruit as well. Dwarf almond. That really is pretty dwarf. Trifoliate orange flying dragon with honesty blossom behind. Khaki is coming into leaf, which is a relief. I was a bit worried about this after we moved it. It appeared to be sulking. And as you can see in the middle here, we had quite a lot of dieback, but the remaining branches seem to be coming into leaf really enthusiastically, so I hope this year we'll see it bring some fruit into the site. Fruits forming on the Amelanchier. Bullis fruit forming. Cherry fruitlets and leaves. Mulberry leaves emerging and very young fruits. Peach fruitlets. This is probably my favourite plant of them all. This is Nepal pepper, and it's just coming into leaf, and there's some little flowers forming there, which the bees in this garden absolutely love. Even though it's not a native plant, and even though it doesn't have showy flowers, the bees will be all over it when it's open, when they open. Daylilies, Hemerocallis fulva, are just coming up, as is the sorrel. It's looking pretty damn good. Lots and lots of buckler-leaved sorrel. Delicious flavour. Another favourite, the hops in between there, salad burnet, golden leaf oregano with mint and sweet woodruff in the background. Coming towards the end of our harvest of sea beet, there's more leaves under there that haven't been pecked by the pigeons. There's plenty more in there. Tuna sinensis, delicious edible leaves. The plants in Anne's dye bed are looking really good. all come back, and it's all looking really impressive. Really nice plants in and other dye beds with the chamomile, dyer's chamomile, and then the red beech there, and then the mahonia and the calendula, which has been flowering for feels like forever. It seems to be incredible, this particular cultivar of calendula. Just look at the medicinal bed, and in particular that magnificent angelica, completely dominating. There's also some other things in here doing really well. So there's some wormwood there, and lungwort in the middle, which we also have in our bee bed, and St. John's wort. Self-heals in there somewhere. There's some feverfew, and yeah, can't remember what that one is with the grey-green leaves over there.
Turns out that's mullein. I remember it last year. It's a really tall spike with loads of yellow flowers, but there are loads there, so it's going to be a bit of a forest in the medicinal plant bed of yellow flowers. It's going to look fantastic. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed looking around the site today, seeing some of the flowers and the fruitlets and the leaves coming up and all of the amazing good stuff that's happening in the garden. And we really hope you can come and visit someday and see it all for yourselves. But that's all for now.